In this tutorial, you'll learn how to build a real-time computer vision pipeline that detects motorcycle riders who are not wearing helmets. The system processes a live video feed from a traffic camera and uses an AI model to instantly identify riders on the road. It draws green bounding boxes around riders who are wearing helmets and red bounding boxes around those who are violating safety regulations. The pipeline also displays a confidence score for each detection and assigns a unique ID to every rider, allowing the system to track them as they move through busy traffic.
Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial on computer vision. In this tutorial, we are going to see how we can perform real-time road safety violation analysis, like if a bike rider is not wearing helmet while riding its bike on the road, as it is very serious road safety violation. In this notebook, I will tell you from the starting steps of creating a data set to annotation to then fine-tuning your data set on a model to detect helmet, vehicles, and other various classes, and then implementing the logics of detecting who are violating the road safety. So let's see in this notebook. So our first step is to clone this library. I have created this library which have some helper function which help us in this notebook for the model fine tuning. So I have already cloned this. This is YOLO fine tune utilities. So it will look like that after cloning. Now let's start with importing libraries which we need in this notebook, which are Ultralytics. From we have to import RTDeter, then matplotlib, then OpenCV, torque, OS, NumPy, and date and time. And these are some sub libraries which we use for some specific task. Then our first major step will be to create a data set on which we have to train our model on. So I have gathered some videos in the media. These are videos of people driving without helmet. As you can see, these are people which are driving without helmet on the road. So we have to distinguish these people which are driving with helmet on and with those which are driving without helmet, and accurately detect with label in red color and green color. So this is the main aim of this notebook. So you have to first create some data set. So I am taking some videos and extracting some random frames for my data set. I have extracted total 30 frames, which is dataset frames for this model training. So after running this, you will get a dataset frames folder which will contain the frames which will help us in model training. Now, our next step is annotation of these frames. So as you know, I have to detect three main classes: vehicle, which means the bike rider, which is riding the bike on the road, the helmet, and those who are wearing not helmet. So let's get to our labeler annotation to see how we can perform this. So in labeler annotation, you have to just create a data set, and on that data set, you have to create a project with these annotation in mind: vehicle, without helmet, and helmet. And these are all bounding boxes annotation types. So you just have to click the vehicle and annotate the whole object which is fit in that class. So these are vehicle, and here vehicle means bike rider who is riding the bike, even if it's not wearing helmet or is wearing helmet. So you just have to annotate it. In next, we have to annotate those who are wearing without helmet. So we have to just annotate their head, like this man is not wearing helmet, this man is not wearing any helmet. Here is this man not wearing any helmet. There is this man which is not wearing any helmet. So after that, we have to detect helmet. So we have to annotate it also. So this man is wearing helmet. So that's how you can annotate your frames for the classes which you want to detect your model on. And next, you have to export this model after annotating all the 30 frames or more frames which we have extracted from your data set. So after your annotation is completed, you just have to go to files. In files, you have to select all the annotation which we have to export. So I'm selecting all the files, and using export, we can export the annotation. I have select all the classes, and now the download format will be CocoJSON, and I have to create it. After that, your export JSON will be created. You just have to download it. Now, after downloading, you will get your annotation JSON like that. It will have all your annotation on the classes which you want to detect. So I am going to use this annotation to train my model on. So let's get to our next part of converting our annotation into YOLO format. As you know, annotation requires a specific format for model training. So first we have to convert our Coco JSON into YOLO format for our model training on Ultralytics. So I'm going to use my Git repo which we have cloned to import a function called Coco to YOLO converter from box converter, bbox converter. I am going to give it two variable names, the annotation JSON part and the image directory part. Then using this function, I have to convert my Coco to YOLO I can convert my Coco JSON to YOLO format, and it will look something like that. It will have the name model dataset, and it will all have the images and data labels for my model. So as you can see, train has images. Here you can see it has all the images and the labels. Labels contain the annotation of the classes which we want to detect. So that's the structure. And then there is your dataset.yml. It will contain the part to that image, your parts to that data set, and the number of classes which we are going to train. Like here it is, number of classes is 3, and name of classes are helmet, vehicle, and without helmet. So that's how you can convert your Coco JSON to YOLO format. So let's get to our next step of fine-tuning our model. First, we have to confirm how much GPU we have. As you can see, I have some around 6.42 GB GPU for our model training. So now to fine-tune our model, we have to just use the RT editor, give it the model name, which is RT editor L. Then in using that model, we have to perform train. Then in the data part, we have to just provide it with the data set.yml part, then number of epochs which we have to train, image size, batch size, device, and workers, and start your model training with that. It took me around 3 to 4 hours to train my model on 30 images. So if you take around 100, it will be a lot more. You can increase your worker size if you have enough VRAM for that. So after that, you will get a runs folder. Here you can see you will get a runs folder. In that runs folder, you will get your fine-tune model, which is best and last. We are going to use the best.pt. Now let's visualize our model which we have trained. So these are the metrics of our model train. It is a trained on very small data set. So its metric will be slightly uh, off the mark, or you can say uh, the data set was very small, so it can be overfitted, but it I have run it around 100 epochs for that. So you can see the results are good and model is working fine. If you see the confusion matrix, around 123 vehicles, it is detecting 123 around 150 vehicles it is detecting, 123 are vehicles and others are background. So there are some noises, it is still capturing as vehicle, but it is performing greatly in our favor. So now let's get to our next to perform it on an image to see the result of our trained model. So as you can see, it is detecting our vehicle, those who are wearing helmet. So the white label is for those which are not wearing helmet, and the dark blue label is for those who are wearing helmet. You can see this in that frame also. So it is detecting the nearest vehicle, and the those which are wearing helmet is this, and those who are not is these white V box. Now let's perform a single image inference on the logic we are going to do. So the logic here is simple. First, we are going to detect the vehicle. Then in that vehicle, we are going to see is the vehicle contain a not helmet class, which is this class. Not helmet class, or the without helmet class, or without helmet class. If the vehicle, if the bonding box vehicle contain the without helmet class with the confidence level of 80+%, that means that vehicle is violating the road safety. And if that vehicle is have the bonding box of helmet class, that means it is performing the road safety by wearing helmet. So it's a simple logic. So we have to just focus on what's inside the vehicle V box. If there is the helmet, it's performing the road safety. If it's not helmet class, then it's not performing the road safety. So to do that, I have created a script dot detect helmet.py. It has the class. It has the class like detection config. We will contain all the config which we use in the detection. The helmet detector class, if the vehicle has the detect helmet class or not without helmet class, and then the visual violation saver. It helps us in saving those which have violated the road safety by cropping out their vehicle from the images, and also the video narrator, which help us in visualizing the data in real time. So let's perform this on a single image. So as you can see, in this green box there is a helmet class, which means the person is following the road safety. And then there are some red B box. As you can see, these are those people which do not are wearing helmet and have no helmet class in their vehicle class B box. So it's a very simple logic I'm using here. So let's run this on a video to see the result. So I'm using a video sample. The confidence threshold for changing to confirming that this vehicle is not wearing helmet is 80%, which is on the high spectrum, as we want accuracy more. And the vehicle detection means the at what confidence vehicle will start detecting is around 25. So we will not get the noises like these vehicles, which are very far away and very not very easy to detect that this content helmet or not helmet. So let's start and let's see the result. As you see our video result, our model was able to clearly distinguish between those vehicles which are violating the safety by not wearing the vehicle helmet, and those which are wearing the helmet. A clear, good accuracy. Now you know how you can perform real-time road safety violation using computer vision. You can also check out our other notebooks, like how you can fine-tune YOLO on custom dataset, or how you can use computer vision to find the speed of an object in real time. So let's see you on our next tutorial.
If you'd like to explore practical resources and hands-on examples, we've created a dedicated GitHub repository. It's filled with cookbooks covering computer vision, AI agents, and more. Link is in description.